What is up, Broski Nation, BroskiPlays, and welcome to the first episode of 10 years of the Binding of Isaac, where we look back at 10 years of the Binding of Isaac, together with all sorts of people, from developers to YouTubers to all sorts of guys. For the first episode, I have here with me Florian Himsl. Florian, say hello to everyone.
Hello everyone, I'm Florian. I'm the guy who programmed the original Binding of Isaac, and I'm here. Hello.
Don't worry about it. You don't have, like, you can just be open with me, you know. You don't have to be shy.
Oh yeah, I used to be shy, and now I'm mildly outgoing.
Hey, at least you're progressing. All right, so
Yeah.
can you tell me who you are and what you did for the Isaac community, in case they don't know, like what you worked on, what you did for the 10 years of Isaac?
Well, oh geez. Well, I guess I haven't really done that much after the Wrath of the Lamb. I guess and the Eternal version. I guess I did that one.
I mean, that was a pretty big deal. Let's be real.
Well, it was for me. I don't know if it was very popular. I mean,
if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have hard mode, so...
Yeah, I mean, you can tell there's some influence that the Eternal version has had on this one. I hope it's for the better.
Yeah.
Hope it's not all the things that people are complaining about now.
Oh, no, it's something that people have embraced in Isaac.
Well,
so yeah, it's great to have you here, to be my first guest, and also really fitting, because we're going to be talking a lot about OG Isaac, which started as a Flash game. And so let's start with the first question, which is, what were the biggest challenges when programming Isaac for Flash? Because it's a really difficult engine and stuff. So tell me something about it.
Well, Flash is actually pretty convenient to use. The only problem is the performance usually.
Mm-hmm.
So you could make you could set up the graphics and everything to work in a really fast way,
mm-hmm.
but then the performance would be bad. So the thing that gave me the most trouble was the pathfinding, because, well, I guess because I decided to do it myself instead of looking up how it's done, and I guess that certainly took its while.
Was it all intuition for the pathfinding, or was it just something you just I'm just gonna do this and hope that it works, trial and error?
Oh yeah, it's intuitive, sure, but I mean, it's that way you don't really get the most convenient way. And it's funny that when you look in the modern Isaac, you can still see some of the little twerks that my version has, and when the enemies go in the wrong direction for a second. Yeah, so
yeah, it definitely
could have done it better. Yeah.
It will definitely make you it makes you a bit proud, right? Because something from you is still there.
Yeah, it's pretty great that I can make little inefficiencies in the whole game. Yeah,
literally fixing the stuff that you started. But hey, without your mistakes, we wouldn't have this amazing game. Let's be real. All right.
I know my code is so amazing. They're still finding out stuff which I've done really weirdly. They're still finding new stuff all the time. It's great.
Yeah.
They call it the troll engine, right?
Yeah, I know. That's the thing that Sinvicta also talked about, I believe, troll engine. And Edmund was like, no, there's no troll engine. What are you talking about? All right. Yep, were there any things you love to see added in Flash Isaac, but never were added? Like cutting room content, you know?
I guess we added basically everything.
Huh.
But then I guess Edmund always wanted to do more, but then at some point Flash was just so bloated that it would take half an hour to open. And then I was just really not into making more.
Yeah, because I can remember the Flash version being so big, the file. When you download it. Yeah, the Isaac Flash game. If you down the SWF file, it's really big compared to other Flash games.
Oh yeah, but that's mostly music, so I guess that mostly brings it down. But just Flash is really unoptimized, so I couldn't open it for the longest time until I got an SSD, and then I was like, yeah, we should make more Isaac, but then we were already making Rebirth, so I guess I was a bit late.
Yeah, that's really cool. Are you satisfied with the final result of Isaac? How it turned out in the end with Repentance and stuff like that?
Yeah, I'm especially happy with Repentance now, because I wasn't a huge fan of the Rebirth art style, but now with Repentance, it's like, oh my god, there's so much beauty in it now. It's too bad though, because like most of the time where you can go to like the alternative path and then it's all beautiful.
Yeah.
But if you go to the original path, if you go to the chest or the cathedral, it's not quite polished.
Yeah, the team of
Like,
Antibus did a great job. I must admit, they were really like passionate and they turned out great. So good for them, right?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Also, I'm kind of curious. When did Isaac actually become a Steam game? How did it happen? How did the original Isaac?
I was always wanting it to be a Steam game, but Edmund always thought like, oh, it's just a Flash game. We'll just release it on the internet.
Yeah.
So it's good that he changed his mind, I guess, eventually.
Wasn't it like an indie jam kind of thing, Isaac, that eventually became a real thing?
I think that's a myth, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, no, he just had like a week of time where he was like, yeah, let's make a game. I mean, it wasn't technically part of an actual jam, but yeah, we just it was so promising that we kept making it.
Yeah, when I found out that Isaac was like on Flash and I played in my school when the teacher was looking, obviously, it felt just like one of the most complete Flash games I've ever played. It was so full of content. It was just nothing I've seen on Newgrounds ever before. It was just incredible to see. Still, you are the one that created Wrath of the Lamb, right? So how do you come up with the name?
God, I don't remember. What was the... There was something about the lamb. No, I guess it's... There's got to be something in the Bible with the wrath of something, right?
Isn't the lamb Jesus? Like, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, Jesus is the shepherd, right? I guess the lamb would be Isaac, because Isaac is supposed to get sacrificed. I mean, in the Bible even. I mean, I guess there were lambs that were sacrificed all the time. But there was the wrath of something, wasn't there, in the Bible? I
mean, it might have to do with the fact that the lamb, the boss of the lamb, was added in Wrath of the Lamb, right?
No.
Or wasn't it?
It was added way later, yeah.
Oh, I made an oopsie. Great stuff. Even I don't know everything, like 6 years of Isaac.
Well, 6 is like...
Yeah.
You weren't even there. Wait, you played in school?
I played in school, yeah. It was pretty cool to do.
So we are gonna get 10 years this year, right? Or is it 9 years?
Yeah, this year it will be 10 years. It will be a...
Well.
Yeah, such a long time already.
Well, I guess it's always just Bible references. So I guess only the lamb, but I mean, wrath is a thing that they use a lot in the Bible. So I guess just like...
It's kind of revenge, right?
Is it the wrath of Cain? Was that it? Nah, I don't know.
We'll never know. I might ask Edmund once I get a chance next week.
Yeah, he's way better in the lore.
Don't worry about it. But you're also responsible for a lot of things in Isaac that are now in like Rebirth and stuff like that. And I'm kind of curious if you could remove one feature from the game that you really hate in the OG Isaac, like that you thought like, I had to do it because of Edmund. Which one is that? Or were you like content with everything?
Well, I guess I didn't really like the enemies when you have to shoot them from behind. I thought those were usually the most annoying ones.
Oh,
and
yes.
They
are.
And there's this gripe that I have with Edmund where he made those bony enemies.
Oh, the shot speed of them is so high. It's so ridiculous.
Well, that's not my issue. My issue is that we've set up this visual language that the bony enemies are immortal, like the hosts and the and the knights, right? So, So then he makes those skeleton warriors that you can shoot from any direction. I think that that kind of bothers me.
Oh yeah, so. The hosts are really like one of the most annoying enemies. Like literally, you have like killed every single enemy, and then these hosts just don't stick their head around. You have to get really close in order to make them stick their head around out of it.
I like the hosts now. They're good. No, it's the knights that bother me. But yeah, those bone throwing ones. I just wish they'd look different. If they look like Attack on Titan, where they had like meat on their bones, then they'd be then I'd be happy with them.
I mean, it makes sense, but it's just the whole thing is just like kind of a bit kind of not OP, more like that it's really difficult to like get through them. Like they can be kind of annoyance, but that's
well, that's fine. I mean, I don't really have an issue with them being hard. They're not that hard compared to what's in.
Yeah, there are more hard enemies in the game. I know. Anyway, did you have any satisfying moments that you can recall when you worked on Isaac?
Oh yeah, there was. I guess when we made. What are they called? Globbers, I guess.
Globlins, right?
Actually, I don't know. Yeah, I guess there's the ones that are called Globlins, but now that I think of it, I don't actually know which ones that refer to. But I'm talking about the ones that regenerate.
Yeah. Those are Globlins.
Oh, that is done. Okay.
Yeah.
That like.
You should check the wiki more often, bro.
No way, dude. I'm not buying into that. I mean, despite it's okay, I don't care what they're called. But
lore.
The thing is, we were working on Isaac, and it's like, yeah, everything was coming together, but I really wanted. I was hoping that Emma would do more of his like detailed animations that we know from him.
Yeah.
I guess that we used to know from him from the other stuff, and then the Globlins, when they regenerate, that's my favorite animation, the way they unmelt.
Yeah,
that one's just so cool.
I remember the animation. It was really cool to see that in flash.
Yeah, well, I guess sadly nobody can like appreciate it fully because you can't really zoom in that hard.
Yeah, true.
But if you have like the SWF or whatever, or well, the source file, you can zoom in, and it's a really cool animation. So I was really hyped when that was. But when Edmund sent me that one for the first time.
That's cool. Did you actually like made any items, enemies, or bosses in Isaac or OG Isaac, or were you like responsible for the mechanics and stuff like that, or did you actually make items yourself?
Well, I think one of the bosses that I made was. I guess I think I came up with the concept of fistula because I always wanted to like put in an asteroids reference.
Was it like Envy based or like? Because you know, like Envy has the same kind of thing, right? Where you just multiply.
Fistula was first, I think.
Interesting.
Is that wrong?
And why is it called fistula, actually?
I don't know. It's some kind of disease.
Oh, it has nothing to do with like the thing.
Well, it's either like a disgusting abortion where it's like where it becomes like a little tumor, or it's just like a regular flashy tumor that you can get, but it's not like super dangerous. And then you would just have like those disgusting things in you, I guess, somewhere.
Yeah.
You can look them up there.
I'm definitely not looking that up. I told about nightmares.
Yeah, there's some stuff in the game that you really shouldn't look up.
Oh.
Like the Harlequin baby, those are really gross. I mean, they're gross in the game too. But,
I mean, it's Isaac. Of course, I'm not going to search everything up.
I mean, they exist, you know, and they're real disgusting.
There are some items in the Isaac that are like, if I search it on Google, I will have nightmares for days. So I'd rather just stick with the item itself. By the way, I've heard this rumor, or this thing that Edmund talked about that you missed like some code in certain item and trinkets, like the Rustic Key. Is that true?
Oh yeah, I completely bungled that one.
How can you make such a mistake? Is it like, didn't you have any code for it, or was it like you just forgot?
I mean, I assume I would have put it in where it has the one like if trinket is that, then bomb. If trinket is that, then the key. But no, I guess I just didn't put in that code, or maybe actually I think I actually put in like the wrong number of trinkets. So I think there was probably another trinket that was also giving you more keys.
Oh.
I guess no way to find out now though, because I only have like the fixed code now.
Yeah, I mean, you still play Repentance, right? They fixed it. They fixed the Rustic Key trinket, I believe.
I'm sure they fixed it a long time ago.
Oh really?
Right.
I thought that.
I mean, I fixed it in the Eternal Edition. I would have assumed they would have fixed it also in the. Wait, did they really still have that in Rebirth? Did I not tell them?
I thought Edmund told some people about it. There was like some items that still didn't have code or something.
Well, I mean, that's when they made it in Rebirth in the first place. I assume they fixed it because that's how we found out. Because nobody even realized, because the effects of the trinkets are so unnoticeable sometimes that
Yeah.
no one would even know. But then I think like the Rebirth programmer told me that one didn't work. I'm not sure. I guess he told me, but he didn't tell Edmund, and Edmund found out another way later but it must have been fixed already in Rebirth. I don't know.
Wait, you had communication with the Rebirth team? With like the Nicholas and stuff?
Well, actually, I guess it's just the programmers.
It's more for like Sword, so that they make the right choices for Rebirth, basically. Because of the things that you did in OG Isaac, so that they don't like do stuff that like you didn't intend it to happen.
Well, I mean, I guess they got really confused by my code. So I'm really surprised that they managed to make Rebirth at all.
You didn't like put quotes or like put like tabs or something like that?
Oh no, my variable names are just the worst.
Oh, you're not the only one though. I used to work on like mods and stuff, and I tend to forget doing the tabs as well and like quotes, and people are like, what is this code, man?
Yeah, Flash has this really weird quirk where you can name variables whatever you want, and then you can change what the variable is. Like you can define it as a float to begin with, and then you can change it into a string or whatever afterwards, and then you really have to keep track, or else you might just like get an error.
Oh wow. It's much more old school than a game maker, for example. It is much more, you need to be more careful.
Well, I mean, you don't need to be careful, because in like Game Maker, if you can't even cast it to another variable, I assume. So it's just like, I guess it's a weird option for it to have, but I'm surprised that anyone was able to make sense of my code. But I guess I guess eventually figure it out.
This might be a bit off topic, but what do you think about the fact that Flash has stopped existing in the December last year? Were you like?
I mean, I guess it's kind of too bad, but it also really didn't work anymore, because Flash gets like less performant the larger your window is, because it's, I guess, in vector, and it's like really unoptimized. So Flash wouldn't even work very well. I mean, I guess the latest versions still worked, but I guess they were slightly better. But the graphics engine in general in Flash is just like the laggiest thing. That's how I managed to make Isaac actually run. Was like, most of the time the way to improve performance is to just remove the vector, and then you just like use a command that cages it as a bitmap, and then that's what makes it run fine. Oh my
god. So you actually like put a lot of effort in like cutting all of these vector images so that they work in Flash, just to make them work.
Well, they already originally vector in Flash, but you want to make them pixels so they run better. I mean, it's specifically like the walls that are caged as bitmaps, as pixels, because they don't change much throughout the game. And then oh man, yeah, in the original Flash you could see that I cut out, I would just cut out the wall where it is. So if there's like a top of the rock popping over it, sometimes that would still be there.
Oh wow.
Man, I should make, I can't believe I haven't talked about that yet in my Isaac Explained series.
Hey, a new episode for your Isaac Explained series.
Yeah, I should.
Actually, now that I say it, people should watch your Isaac Explained series. So yeah, go to his channel, GameSquid. Check out his Isaac Explained series if you want to learn more about the development of the original Isaac game. It's really interesting content.
Yeah, please do. It's a lot of math and a lot of learning about the way how to do it, basically.
All right, I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions about your work with Edmund Macmillan, which is already probably like one of the best. I don't know if it's the best thing that's ever happened to you, or like just. But
well, I mean,
yeah.
I guess yeah, it is definitely. But I guess the question is it better for him or better for me?
It's about the experience, right? The journey. It's not about the afterthought, right? It's about.
Well, the thing is that me and Edmund work really well together, because I guess I'm really chaotic, but he is really good at like coming up with a really solid design. So I made like lots of games before him in Flash,
Mm-hmm.
and they were semi successful, but with him it's like it's such a solid design that people could just play that game forever.
Yeah.
There's so much to it.
It's infinite replayability. It's the perfect game in my opinion.
Yeah, it wasn't even that much work, the original.
Oh, wow.
Isaac. I think we did it in like 3 months.
3
back
months?
in the day.
Wow. Without
Yeah, it
any
was
other like
impressive.
coding experience with like these kind of games, because roguelikes are not easy to make, probably, right?
Oh, they're pretty easy to make. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just really. Nah, I'm not that good.
Come on, let's not be so negative about yourself. Come on.
I just cut all the right corners. I guess that's what happens.
True.
And then I let the Rebirth team clean it all up, and the Repentance.
Yeah. How did you and Edmund met up? Like, where did you you guys even like found each other? Not Tinder,
Well,
right?
I just. that would be grind.
Oh.
No. Yeah, so he was always busy, right? So I guess the way I found out about him is I played Gish, one of his games, and I like really into it. And I tried to contact me, and then he ignored me, figures. But then, oh god, I sent him like a screenshot of a bug in Gish, which is, I mean, if you know Gish, then that's probably like the most redundant thing you could imagine, because Gish is just like 90% bugs.
It's full of bugs. I played it. It's literally full of bugs. Like that game was just.
Yeah.
So
that's how I got him to respond to me, because I asked him about the bug in Gish, so that was actually really surprising. Because you'd think he'd get lots of those, but then I guess I talked to him, and then eventually I showed him my games, and then he was really interested in them.
Yeah, Edmund is a guy that once he sees your work and he sees potential in it, he's like an action guy. He tends to just go and say like, yeah, I want to work with you. Did the same with Vin. He saw Anti-Birth and he was really impressed by it.
Yeah, that's really good. I saw Anti-Birth and I thought it was interesting, but I never had any idea that there was this much content in it. So it was really surprising to me when they made Repentance and it had all this extra content that I didn't know about. I was like, wow, you made all this? And then no, that wasn't even hard. That was already Anti-Birth. We just ported that over. I mean, that was still a lot of work for it.
Was. They had to reverse engineer the entire Isaac game, entire Rebirth. They had to like just do all of that.
But they already had that by the time they started Repentance, right? Because I mean, I'm talking about when they started with Repentance. But yeah.
Oh, you haven't started yet? You haven't like got it yet, or?
No, I was playtesting. I got it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. So they are still like involving you in Isaac. That's really cool to know, because many people would otherwise like be abandoned if something gets like really popular, but not for Edmund. So that's cool. He doesn't just leave you be. You know, it's awesome to see that.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah. Now that we're talking about Edmund, like, how does it feel like working together with him? Is it like an entire different experience, or is it like something like any other like game development experience you have?
Well, I guess it's kind of interesting, because on one side he's got a very specific vision of what he wants, but then he's also really capable of just going with the flow. So I would just send him. I sent him like that build of Triachnid where it was just a 3-legged spider, and then he just like came up with the game around it, and it actually was really popular.
It was cool. The controls were really like innovative. Yeah. I mean, let's be real. It's just a really unique game.
Yeah, my strengths are my weaknesses. It's a game with bad controls, but everyone loves it.
it's something new, you know. People like new stuff, especially in the Flash era. People were like just searching for that new innovative stuff, you know.
Yeah, it's very innovative track. Yeah.
But he's like definitely like different than more like other indie game developers. He's like, his approach, his personality is just a whole nother uniqueness.
I mean, yeah, everyone's different.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, like, he is like, is he like different in a way, like how he approaches something? Has he like a unique mindset, or is it like a personality, like really like something you've never seen before when you like worked with him, or was it just?
I mean, I guess the most important part is why he is successful is because he just gets shit done. Because normally when you start working with people, and usually someone loses interest quick, and then it takes forever.
I get that.
But then with him, it's like, we're gonna release this game in 2 months, or else I'm gonna do something.
I mean,
else.
It's good to have someone in your team, right? To have like someone that says like, okay, we're gonna finish this, and no matter what happens, we're gonna finish this. We're gonna do it. That's really important, right?
Well, I guess he'd rather set a deadline, and we make it.
More pressure, but still. Without deadlines, it just becomes like a blurry mess, right? Because I used to like work on a game as well myself, and it was not like, it was really ambitious, but at the end we just stopped with it because people were just losing interest. It was too much work, too ambitious. So at the end you gotta be strict with a good plan, good like deadline date and everything, and then that's how you do it. That's how it works.
Yeah, that's specifically my problem, is always being too ambitious. Like I worked on this new roguelike for like 3 years, maybe more, and it's not even that close to done yet.
So you work on a new roguelike. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's called Squid Invaders. Basically. It's you're a little spaceship, and you fight squid aliens, and you pick up random items. It's I don't even know what's gonna be great or unique about it, but I guess it's got like really big potential. But it's,
do you have something to compare it to, like a game that is now on the market that's kind of similar to it, or is it like a completely new thing?
I mean, I guess it'd probably be the closest to Isaac, because a lot of the items are just kind of similar. Because I was like, oh, these items are great, but I wish I could do them this way.
You do it all by yourself right now, basically.
No, I got my team.
Cool.
But yeah, I guess gameplay wise, it's kind of a bit like Asteroids. So it's. I'm just thinking about it. I should probably make more Asteroids themed enemies. But yeah, you basically control left and right, and you fly like the ship in Asteroids.
Oh yeah, I get it. Like with 360, like 360 directions, right? Ah, cool.
Yeah.
Well, you know where to find me if you ever want me to play it. I'm all in. I'm all in. All right, let's talk about the composer of OG Isaac, Danny Baranowski. Have you met him ever? Like in real life, or?
I have not actually. I think I may have like had one email with him, and that was it.
So not a lot of communication going on.
Basically. Yeah, Edmund just found him, and then he did all the coordinating with him, and then Edmund just sent me the music, and I put it in, and then.
All right, that's pretty cool to know about, because like I don't think many people have asked you about your connection with Danny Baranowski, right?
Well, yeah. I guess it doesn't exist, so that's it.
It is a great segue to my next question, which is about the communication that you guys handled. Like, how did you guys talk with each other when developing Isaac? Was it like in real life? Was it via like Skype or?
No. Yeah, it was all Skype.
MSN?
I still use Skype mostly because I don't know, Skype's just great for business. I guess Discord's more for.
It's like Zoom, but like
stuff.
Much more personal and stuff. Yeah, I get that. That's really cool.
I never actually tried Zoom. So
oh, you never had? Oh, interesting. Now, final question. This is actually about Repentance. How was it to test Repentance and being so different after all those years? Like the evolution. Isaac has just been changed like so much that it isn't like the Flash Isaac anymore. How do you feel about that?
Well, it's actually more like the Flash Isaac, because like most of the the visual
sound effects and stuff.
Actually. Oh yeah, also like the horseman and stuff, and the Duke Fly. A lot of stuff was changed to make it look closer to the Flash version, so I actually really appreciated that. But when I played Repentance, I never realized that it was so hard, because I just thought, oh, I know I'm terrible at Rebirth, okay, but then now it's out and there's like lots of people complaining that it's too hard, and I'm like, Shit, should I have told them that it's too hard?
Yeah,
Damn
I
it.
remember Gwen has a field day with all the people complaining about it being too difficult with the shop and everything. I was literally one of the only guys that said like, guys, you should just get good at the game. I did it for 6 years now. It's not an easy ride, Isaac. It never been. Every single roguelike is not easy. But
yeah, you know what? It's always been that way. Emma told me like, oh yeah, well, you know, in Rebirth, you know how. Well, I mean, I guess starting we had the blue baby, right? It had soul hearts instead of extra hearts. I was like, that's pretty hard. Fine, I guess we put it in. And then he tells me, hey, in Rebirth, we're gonna have this secret character that dies in one hit.
Lost.
I'm like, no, I'm not playing that one.
Oh, were you actually responsible? Like, did you know how to unlock it before everyone else? Was it like, because we know the secret that happened, right? how it got revealed?
I mean, I did. I mean, I don't know if I knew, but I didn't want to know because I didn't want to play him.
It was so difficult. I don't know if you remember, but like in order to beat the loss, you have to do like this, and then with this character, then with this character, then with this character, with this character, all in that order.
Yeah.
It was just ridiculous.
You had to die in specific ways, I guess.
It was just like, why?
With each character. I mean, I'm almost fine with that because, you know, the Lost, it was just annoyingly hard. I don't know why anyone would want to play as the Lost.
In the end, a lot of people love the Lost because you could take devil deals for free, and like you had these like your flight, you had like spectral tears. It was just a really unique character to play with. It's just people were not happy. Like Eben was especially not happy about the data mining. I remember there being an item in Afterbirth Plus, data miner, and it just fucks up your entire game. It was amazing.
Does that item actually do anything useful?
Probably not. Just having fun, you know, like the enemies were sideways, the hitbox were not changed. It was just a huge mess, and it was all because of data miners. He was just so pissed at them, but now he accepted it. I will definitely ask him about that still, like if he is still like accepting the fact about data mining.
I'm honestly glad that kind of stuff exists because I don't really care about like the super secret stuff. I don't like having spoilers that I can't tell anyone.
I have like difficulty with all the repentance spoilers right now. Like a lot of people want to like not be spoiled. I'm like, but I want to tell this. Like this is so cool. I want to tell it, but I can't because you know people want to see it themselves. It's so difficult. All right, let's move on to Isaac. Like your favorite Isaac stuff. Let's start off with your favorite item in the game. What item is your favorite item that you use all the time, that you pick up all the time whenever you get the chance in the Binding of Isaac? Ooh.
Shit, I thought I had an answer for this, but I forgot. I think I guess I really like triple shot.
In an eye. Alright.
I like all those things that just make you shoot in. But the good ones, not the bad ones where it's like, oh, control, now you shoot two extra tears that will always miss.
They always miss. I mean, it's more damage, basically. So, like, having multiple tears is always a good thing, right?
Well, yeah, but I mean, obviously, triple eye, in eye is way better than control.
That's true, that's true. I agree with you on that one. Now, let's talk about bosses, because I know you made a couple of bosses in Isaac, but do you have a favorite one?
Yeah, I think my favorite is Pin, just because he has the most 3D movement.
It's the easiest.
In the game.
I mean, yeah, I'd take them down like 5 seconds or something. Pin, always. It's so easy. He pops out of the ground, you hit him, then when he pops back in the ground, you just come out of it. You just take your distance, and that's it.
Wow.
But yeah.
You're too much of a player. You can't enjoy the artistic merit of that little worm jumping out of the ground.
Did you make the name for Pin? Like, did you came up with the name, or was it Edmund?
Yeah. I'm sure that's some kind of disgusting inside parasite as well.
It's all the stuff he like experienced in real life.
Yeah, all of the dead babies. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely like really hyped for asking Eben about all this stuff that he like has in the game, and I want to know what it has to do with his real life, because it's so cool. Like he told in like interview that everything in Isaac has to do with him. So now he's getting the questions. Yeah.
Oh, shit. That's a real hard-hitting journalism.
Yeah. My
Hey,
inner
no
journalist
one's
coming
done that
outside of me.
before.
All right.
Jeez.
Now let's talk about your favorite feature that is implemented in Isaac over the years. Like a thing that you really like. Like this is so amazing that they added this in.
I guess it's actually like something pretty new from Repentance, where I really like the alternative paths and where you find like the knife pieces. That stuff's really cool.
Yeah.
How it just lets you go somewhere and then you don't have your items, or you're lost.
It's pure skill, pure dodging, pure like trying to like not get hit by as the lost. Not.
Well, I certainly don't have.
How? What was your reaction, by the way, when you like for the first time when you got like when you know about the knife pieces, when you got like hit by the fire and you instantly changed to lost and you gone into the mirror world? What was your reaction?
Yeah, that was probably one of my favorite things about Repentance. It was so cool how it's like, oh, this is mirrored, and oh, cool, the items are mirrored. Oh, it's same level but mirrored. Oh my god, yes. And what if I fight the boss? And then I kept dying to the boss, of course. I think I played it when we were testing it. It didn't have the holy mantle, so.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, that makes it so much more difficult. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I did. It was like such a strong trade-off, but I'm not.
Oh my god! I'm so happy they added that in though, because otherwise it would be impossible to get that knife piece.
Yeah, it's funny because I was like, oh, the Lost. I really don't appreciate that character, but then in the mirror mode, they actually become the Lost. I was like, yeah, this is actually really cool. I'm doing it for like a single floor, and I can get with that.
Yeah. What do you think about the second knife piece though? Like the one where you have to like go all the way back to the beginning and like you get chased by Mom, like Mom's shadow thing. So I was like really scared.
The beginning? That's supposed to be the beginning. It's a mine.
I mean, yeah, I mean the beginning. I mean more like where you have to go to the obstacle path, basically. Yeah. The abandoned mine.
Yeah, I like how you just don't have your items for a while, but I guess in that one you keep your health, so that makes sense.
Azazel is the best one for that. You just go with Azazel and just cheesy.
Flight. Oh, that's lucky.
Like when people told me in the chat that there was like a jump scare in Isaac, I was like, what? A jump scare in Isaac? And they were not wrong, because I had to take off my headphones. I was too scared. I was like, nah, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff that's like really new in Isaac now. It's like the final ending as well is like, wow, I never expected so much actual story scene.
Yeah.
In Isaac.
Have you ever played like other roguelikes other than Isaac?
Oh yeah, I play them all the time. I don't really like him that much though. They're not as. I don't actually like Isaac that much.
Really?
Because I'm just waiting for one day that for one day there should be an actually good roguelike. I can't wait.
Wait, so you don't like Dead Cells, Enter the Gungeon, all those like Slay the Spire?
They're all terrible.
I mean, they all just have their own stuff and difficulty, but you know, I get why.
Oh please! Enter the Gungeon is just running out of ammo simulator. Who enjoys that game? I don't get it.
It's such a, I mean, the whole gun aspect, the synergies you can get, it is pretty unique. But going a segue, like, what makes Isaac more unique than those roguelikes in your eyes? Like, what makes it like so good?
I don't know if Isaac is better, but I mean, it's different, I guess. But I mean, I said I didn't really like Isaac that much either. I wish there was. I feel like there's potential in the roguelike genre that isn't fulfilled, and it needs to happen.
What would your suggestion be then?
Like,
what would you think is like the perfect thing that needs to be in a roguelike?
Well, I mean, I guess I can. I guess what I like about Isaac the most is especially the way the bombs works. For example, it's so good because you can use them for so many different things, and every time you find a bomb, it's not useless. You can blow up enemies. You can slow down enemies because they bump into it. You can blow up shopkeepers.
Yeah, it's really
rooms,
cool.
tinted rocks. it has so many uses, and I'm thinking like, what can I do in Screen Invaders? Something has to be unique and omnipresent in the game, like those bombs. But I didn't want to just use the Isaac bombs, and I didn't want to make all the walls destructible like in Isaac. So I need to come up with something that's as good as that, and that would be hard. And in Isaac, is like everything is like that. The keys, the hearts, they have so many possible uses, and you can trade for health. Everything you get, you can potentially use in lots of
batteries
different ways
as well. You know?
Yeah. I didn't even have those in Flash, but yeah, batteries are a really good addition. Edmund has this really good design, and that's what makes Isaac good. Isaac, I don't know if it has good combat. I mean, Flash Isaac probably doesn't have that good of a combat. You don't move very fast. You know, the enemies are
30
super
FPS.
hard.
It's not 60, so that makes it a little different as well.
Yeah. So essentially, I guess in 10 years we might have like the perfect roguelike.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many roguelikes now that there must be one coming that is like perfect. Like it just does it. Maybe it's Edmund. Maybe Edmund makes was it Myogenics or something? Maybe that will be the next best roguelike. Who knows? But we'll see.
Yeah, maybe.
By the way, you still play Rebirth? Like right now, or is it like something you just?
Well, yeah, I played it a lot for testing Repentance, and I still play it.
How many hours do you have?
Jesus, like I don't know.
You can.
I guess I should look it up now. Actually,
let's see if you can like beat me with my hours.
Oh, probably not. No. See, wait. No, that's the original. Okay, let's see. 220. Wow. Yeah, big time.
I mean, you still need 1,400 more, but.
Yeah, I mean. You think I'm just gonna sit around play my own game all day? Come on,
yeah, it's different, right? Because you are like responsible for the game. It's a whole different view and everything.
Well, the thing is, by the time Isaac came out, the original Isaac, I was already sick of it, right? Because I was playing it that much.
Can't stand that.
Testing it that much. I didn't even like enjoy Isaac by the time it came out, because I hardly even did like complete runs, and then I usually would just do them until I ran into a bug, and then I'd have to start over. So I guess I'm just scarred.
Oh, you didn't have debug mode or something like to make? You didn't have that in Flash Isaac, like some sort of menu or?
I didn't, but I don't know if that would. I mean, I'd still stop the run to fix the bug, you know, even if I had
true. Because I never noticed there was actually, so there was a debug mode menu in like Flash Isaac.
No, I don't think there is. Yeah, I really, man, I learned programming myself, so I didn't really know all the tricks. I never even thought of putting in a console or anything. That would have been hugely helpful.
That is definitely, the console can help a lot with like replicating certain situations. Maybe for your next project. Good tip. Huh?
Oh yeah, I used the console a lot in the next one. I mean, I made my own console for Screen Invaders.
So your Isaac playing style is basically cheating and just searching for bugs.
Well, I mean, when I play it now, I guess in Repentance I had like a minus 40 kill streak, win streak, and then I decided, okay, I really like the alternative path, but I always keep dying, so now I'll just keep trying to play it normally until I get
play hard mode or normal mode. Yeah, me too. Like it's trust me, you shouldn't be embarrassed, because I have the same issue right now with Repentance. I keep dying a lot as well. It's normal. It's all like difficult.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to judge the difficulty, because I always used to think that there's no such thing as a game that's too hard, because there's always some maniacs that keep playing it.
You should have played Dark Souls then.
Like some. I mean, yeah, the original Dark Souls wasn't that hard, but then in 2 and 3 they had that stupid idea of just making it harder and harder for movies.
It has all to do with memes, right? All to do like, oh, you died in Dark Souls. Oh my god, 0 deaths, right?
I guess 3 was pretty good though. Yeah, and then I guess. What were we talking about?
Yeah,
Oh,
Isaac.
I guess a roguelike would probably be a good game to be too hard. But I complain about other roguelikes when they're too hard, and then I don't know if we made Repentance too hard. I guess time will tell, but also I guess people can't just get used to it. And I mean the items that were nerfed, I used to pick them up. I didn't like them much anyways. I didn't care for Brimstone.
You never cared for Brimstone, really? Like, it was like...
Oh yeah, it's not even that much better than just having really good fire rate.
That's a hot take right there.
I always prefer just like regular tiers that deal a lot of damage over Brimstone.
I mean, everyone has their own opinions, right?
I guess Brimstone in itself is good, but if you have lots of items, I prefer not having Brimstone.
Yeah, it does destroy some synergies. I get that. It does.
But the items that they buffed, I used to pick them up anyways, because if an item doesn't have a downside, I'm probably not going to re-roll it. I usually re-roll mostly the spacebar items, right? So I guess now that they've buffed those, I guess that's good. And I don't know, I guess that means the difficulty shouldn't be changed too much, but I'm always tempted to go for the alternative path, and then they are just like insanely hard.
And Boss Bray, you picked up too?
It's like I guess.
Oh, okay.
I actually haven't seen it in like 100 hours. I wonder what's
Guess you never you never been like a player like me, because I see Bob's brain everywhere. It's fucking annoying. It's like curse of the Bob.
Even in Repentance, because there's so many items.
It always tried to follow me. It's fucking annoying.
I swear I haven't seen an item twice since I've played Repentance.
I guess you then also miss a lot of tinted rocks. You know what I mean with that, right?
Yeah.
Like the ones that give you blue hearts.
Yeah, I know what tinted rocks are. Yeah, no, I miss them a lot. In Rebirth, they're like.
Oh yeah, they were.
But in Flash, they were invisible. I mean, in the womb, so that was funny. Where you could, they just looked like regular rocks, so you would. I
mean, you're as a game dev, you won't get destroyed by your chat saying like, "Oh, you missed another tinted rock, you piece of shit." You did it again. Oh, it's so annoying. Like when I check out like Northern Lion stream or something, people just keep saying, "You missed another tinted rock. Why?" Oh god.
Are they not? Is his chat not as wholesome as he is?
Yeah, I mean, he has so many fans. There are some people that just are like so into this Isaac runs that he just gets like slammed for it, get bashed for it. By the way, what is your way to break the game? Do you have like a way that you normally like break the game if you could, like a?
Well, my favorite thing was that I unlocked only the 2 good runes. I only had Jera and Perforo, right? So every time I got runes, I would immediately know, oh, that's Jera or Perforo, because they look different too. So you could get them, and then I would just like get lots of Jeras and then duplicate them infinitely. But I think they fixed.
I think they fixed Blank Card, that it cannot like duplicate runes anymore. But there is now an item called Blank Rune, I believe, or White Rune that like. Lets you duplicate runes, I believe. Yeah.
Oh, is it? Well, I haven't found it yet. But also, while I was testing Repentance, Emma told me to unlock all the achievements for special spoiler-related reasons, and then that messed up my trick of only having the 2 good runes unlocked. So that's too bad. And I found those useless Soul of X runes everywhere.
Yeah, it's literally those special what they call like super tinted rocks or something. The ones that have like a bunch of extra stuff in it that you could unlock in Afterbirth Plus. Those are even more difficult to spot. Yeah.
Oh damn! I don't know if
you probably have never unlocked it because it's something. I think it has something to do with like a challenge, like daily challenges, I believe.
Well, I have everything unlocked now, sadly. So I guess I try new stuff like that I don't really have much use for.
The more stuff you unlock, the more stuff you will not find because there's so much, especially now.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't judge the difficulty, because it was obviously much easier with always having Jaras and Perforers drop, but now it's just like all kinds of random chunks drops.
Yeah. It's just Repentance has changed the meta game of Isaac, like just a lot.
Well, I mean that would have been just any time really. I mean, it just was much easier, and now it's harder because I unlocked all the achievements. Oops, that's what I get for cheating.
All right, let's talk about your dreams and your like future goals, because you know you're still a game developer. So I'm kind of curious, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Well, I guess I'll just be optimistic and I'll say I've made Squid Invaders and it's more popular than Isaac, and I've
not laughing just to make fun of you, just laughing at the fact that that it's just like your self-confidence is just really good. I really like it.
Isaac was
no,
it's good. I just hope for you that well.
I mean, I thought the funny part will be that my dream would be like surpassing something that I've made myself. But whereas that would be something really impressive.
Yeah, you always been the shadow, right?
But anyway.
So it's like,
my own shadow.
I can understand that.
Well, actually, I want to be a famous YouTuber as well, and then I guess we'll also have made. I'll have made a few more games with Edmund, so I'll be.
You have a lot of ambitious goals. That's I can see it.
Maybe. I mean, I guess I'll have to actually start getting shit done again. But I'm sure I'll get there.
And what are you currently focusing on? Is it like your YouTube channel, or is it your game development? What is more important to you right now?
Well, right now I'm busy rewatching all of Prison Break.
Wow. Netflixing, basically. That's the most important thing for you right now.
It's Squid Invaders. I mean,
is it actually based on your like YouTube name? Because your name is GameSquid on YouTube, right? Huh.
Yeah, that's right.
Neat.
Yeah. I thought like I guess it's kind of inspired by a game called Chicken Invaders. Even though I guess it's not gameplay wise very similar, but you know, like it's just like invading by a random animal, you know. And I like doing tentacle physics, so
I've seen that. That was pretty impressive. No problem.
Thanks.
So actually, before I'm gonna go to the next question, I'm actually kind of curious because I know there's an item that has never been in Isaac that is actually called was it squid item? Some kind of squid item. Yeah.
Squid,
yeah. What happened with that? Like
Eternal. Well, it's just the Eternal Edition. It was never made in Rebirth.
And why? Why didn't it get in Rebirth? Was there like something that's to do with it, or?
I guess it's not Edmund's unique mission. I mean, he doesn't really put links to his new games in either. I guess he just wants to preserve Isaac as it was.
Yeah, okay. I mean, there's still so many references to other like games that Edmund made, so yeah.
Well, yeah, but the games that we made as well, like Dragnet.
I actually do like that boss though. That boss is pretty cool variant of Daddy Longlegs though.
Oh god, I really hacked that one in. It's like half the bosses in that we added afterwards, they're just like reskins, and they're done in such a hacky way. I can't believe they have like the exact same animations, but then it switches out the sprites, you know. But it's done in a really clumsy way, so sometimes, like, you know, when you're fighting an alternative boss and then you have Daddy Longlegs, then he becomes giant. Yeah. It's like controlled by one global variable, but not the boss is alternative. That was some real
it's all stuff that you learn in your journey, and now you become better by it, right? It's all a learning process.
Yeah,
process.
It would have been so easy to just like save that variable that he's alternative inside the object that is him. You know, that would have been smart.
Yeah. that's true. But
oops.
Hey, Isaac become popular. You can now move on with other stuff. But now talking about moving on with other stuff, would you ever consider making another game with Edmund Macmillan? I already know the answer to this, but for the people at home.
Yeah, can't wait to make more games with him. I guess after Mugenics, I'll have to get him.
I cannot wait as well. I wonder what cool stuff will be coming out. Probably like 3-month projects or something. He talked about that, I believe.
Yeah, we definitely want to make shorter games. I mean, me and them and individually definitely want to make shorter games. So hopefully we'll make another one together.
You know where to find me. By the way, let's talk a little bit like general video games. If there was like a video game that you could make a remake of, which one would it be if you had the chance for it?
Well, that's actually really funny because Team 17 just announced that they're making a game that's similar to one of the games that I always wanted to make. Because one of my childhood games is called Shipwreckers. It's also known as Overboard, and nobody has played it, but it's a game where you're a little pirate ship and you fight, you shoot your cannons left and right. It's really cool. And then Team 17 makes a game that looks so cool. It's so much like that. And there've been a few games. I mean, there've been very rarely games that have made anything like that. But this is the first one that actually looks good, and I can't wait to try it, I guess. But I guess I always wanted to make that one, so if they mess it up,
you will do the work instead.
Yeah, eventually I'll bring back the pirates. Also, Sid Meier's Pirates
that's a classic.
Kind of like that too.
That's a classic. Yeah.
That one's more realistic, I guess. It's also kind of like
it is kind of because you go to different islands and stuff and try to get resources, but once it's over, you have to start over again, right?
Yeah, you can retire, or you can. I mean, you have to share your loot with your crew, and then they leave you only one ship, so you have to start.
By the way, have you ever played this pirate game? I actually have it on my Steam library. It's an indie game, and it also has to do with pirates and ships and stuff.
Oh, I bet I've played it and it's horrible. What's it?
I'm actually looking for it right now. Let's see. It is called Pixel Piracy.
No, I guess
you might like it. It is made by I believe it was also Team 17. I don't know, but it's a pretty good game. It's a pixel art pirate game.
Holy shit! It got 65% on.
Yeah, I know. Some people, because it's maybe like the commercial, like there's some stuff wrong with it. I mean, it's a cool concept. I got it, I believe, for free. I don't know. It was just a review code, but still, I tried it out. But that was pretty fun. It's a cool concept. By the way, we're now gonna move on with random questions, because I'm all about just knowing some random trivia. I love that. So
I just want to mention that like the only other recent pirate game that I like was.
Oh, you never play Sea of Thieves?
Assassin's. No, Sea of Thieves is actually horrible in my opinion.
That's another hot take, because there's so many people playing that game. Yeah.
Is there?
Especially with Xbox Game Pass, I believe it's like free to play.
Right. Well, I guess I didn't like the co-op part very much, or the multiplayer part. I guess I just want a nice.
Yeah, you like that more like single player content. I like that.
I guess. I was really into League of Legends.
Oh, I never got into League of Legends. I played the tutorial and I was like, nope, not for me. Nope, too much thinking. Don't like that. Fuck it.
Tutorial?
I just don't like it. It needs to click with me.
I have to play 100 hours to even have the slightest idea of what's happening.
It's such a difficult. You have to like put everything you have into it. Otherwise, you won't understand a thing about League of Legends. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna ask you a question about your country, Austria, which I don't know if you think it's a beautiful country, but if it is, why should people visit it? What is the reason to visit Austria?
Well, I guess I don't really know, because I never really liked the concept of winter sports, and people don't really come here for summer, but they should, because the summer is probably best and the winter is too cold anyways. So I guess you should just come if you like hiking. I guess.
I've been to Austria once. It was a pretty unique experience because it was the first time I actually did like some mountain climbing, and I almost fell from a mountain. So that was a great experience. yeah,
That's
great.
Yeah. And when I was like 10, I broke my foot like sledding down a hill. So yeah, it's pretty dangerous.
They probably do that a lot there, right? Just sledding.
I mean, I guess kids do it.
What is there like a favorite Austrian dish that you like something you only can get in Austria?
Well, I guess I really
That's
like
German,
schnitzel.
right?
You mean the Wiener?
Oh yeah, the Wiener Schnitzel German. Oh, okay, yeah, I get it.
I want from Vienna.
True.
I don't know actually. I guess it's gotta be Austrian. Right? I don't.
You're not really into like the Austrian kitchen.
I mean that's pretty Austrian. That's like a very common one. But I guess there's also those really nice dumplings. Speck.
You want to know something like something that I really like from the Dutch kitchen, like the Dutch dish I really like. I don't know if you have ever heard of it, but we are like here in the Netherlands we have this snack called the frikandel, and it's like a huge long like stick almost, and it has all like the stuff in it that normally would like put into the garbage can from animals. And people eat it, and it tastes really good for some reason. Like kind of not waste, but more like stuff that's still usable, but not going to be used for you know, like meat. Yeah.
Nuts and stuff.
But for some reason, it tastes really good. It's really strange, but it's been like a thing that we just eat here. And we also have boerenkool, which is like some sort of like just a lot of spinach, I believe, and then with like potatoes and stuff like that, just mixed all together. And then we have a huge like I think like wurst or something with it. It's delicious. It's definitely something Dutch. I'll enjoy a lot. All right, yeah.
Do you guys know Mozart balls? That's like an Austrian thing. It's like little chocolate balls.
I never heard of it, but now that I heard of it, I want to try it because I love chocolate.
Oh, they're the best. They got marzipan in the middle.
Marzipan, that is delicious. I like that.
Well, you actually like those then. Oh my god, I don't like marzipan, but I like.
Actually, never thought about marzipan. So we have this thing in Netherlands called Sinterklaas. It's like a celebration, kind of like Christmas, and we have like these marzipan kind of like figures that you can eat, and they are really delicious. I really like them.
Yeah, I guess we have those. I guess mostly around.
Interesting. By the way, just something really random, but are you left-handed or right-handed? Oh, just like me. Cool.
Yeah, well, what a coincidence. Like most
I mean, there's some people that are like left-handed. Okay, I'm now gonna just do some like quick fire questions, and you just gotta say left or the one on the other. Okay? A bad childhood or a bad adulthood? No. What you if you could choose between the two, which one should you pick?
That's actually very hard. Sorry, I don't have a quick answer.
It's not a problem.
I'd probably better to have a bad childhood because I don't have that great of a memory.
You're not the only one, but that's okay. It's all behind us now.
It's only like I didn't have it, but yeah, that would only be like 10 years, right? You could bear 10 or 15 bad years.
All right, this one is the classic one: Pepsi or Coke?
Neither. I don't like him that much, and also I can't have him.
Oh, you have an allergy for soda, basically.
Well, I guess. I mean, there's like stomach cancer coming up if I have stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, real bad.
Do you feel bad about that you have something like that, or is it like just something you're just like I didn't like Coke anyway?
Yeah, I didn't like it that much. I mean, I guess I kind of miss it. I have like a bottle of Coke in the fridge because at some point one of the food deliveries just gave me a free Coke. I'm like, I've been sipping at it, and I never want to use too much because I'll have.
Yeah, true.
Right? So,
what is your favorite soda then?
I guess it's top. Well, I guess I liked Sprite back in the day, but now I guess I can't have
Sprite
soda,
is good.
So yeah.
YouTube or Twitter?
Yeah. I guess mostly YouTube, but I really like Twitter as well.
I think it's like really toxic. Twitter has changed into like a huge bowl of hate and just people just making fun of you and try to destroy you. Yeah.
What? I don't know. I haven't really.
I'll be happy.
That too much. I mean, I don't know. I could probably appreciate some good drama. Maybe one day I'll enjoy a good.
Just get the
drama,
popcorn ready.
You know?
There's always like this guy, like this Twitter account, and he's like, "Here, I'm selling popcorn. Who wants one? Who wants?" It's pretty fun. All right, Android or iOS?
I guess I got an Android. I mean, I actually don't really like Apple.
Same here.
Much,
same here. I think they're like just greedy bastards. I probably shouldn't say that, but probably I'm just doing it. What is your favorite video game of all time?
Yeah, now there's too many. I guess I'm thinking of Shipwreck, because even though it's not that good, but I guess I just
it's
have
your
the
favorite
fondest
game,
memories.
not someone else. So it doesn't matter if it's bad or good, as long as you enjoy it.
I mean, it's not like I'm playing it that much, but yeah, you know. I mean, I guess I really like the idea and the design, and it's too bad that it was cancelled. I mean, it didn't get a sequel or anything.
Yeah, it probably is not that well known, because I don't think many people that are like seeing this know about Shipwreck. But maybe they will check it out now. Like, who knows?
Yeah, Shipwreck. Because I mean, occasionally there's like people commenting, "Oh, I remember this game on that game I told you about, the Team 17 game." It's like someone commented a picture of Shipwreck, because I was like, "Yeah, I remember."
Yeah, it's great. Now, we're talking about video games, but what about consoles? Did you have like a favorite console in your life? Or?
I didn't have a single console.
I mean, it could also be PC. PC is basically a console because you can play games on it, right? So. All right, PC. For me, it's definitely Nintendo Switch. I think it's one of the most unique consoles that ever came out. Like, it's the whole concept of just taking out your console just to play and play it anywhere. It's just mind-boggling that they managed to do it. You know?
Yeah, it sounds pretty good. I guess Nintendo has really cool stuff. It's just too bad that I can't play it without getting the consoles.
By the way, I don't know if you ever like check out the Steam Workshop, but have you ever checked out the Eternal Edition Plus mod?
Oh, I've been meaning to, but I guess I didn't get to. But I've played that other mod where it replaces Rebirth with Flash.
Oh, that one's made by Wolfsarge, I believe. He did a really good job on that one. Yeah. I really like him. He's a great guy. Just also to talk to, but just also his ideas are really cool too. Yeah, all right. So before we're gonna move on with the community question, here's the final question: is the Binding of Isaac worth the 10 years of development?
What do you mean worse? What, making it?
Yeah. Okay. That was all I want to know. I'm gonna ask this question to every single one that I'm interviewing. Is it worth it? Was it actually worth it?
Are you happy?
I did this entire interview just to do ask the. Not joking.
Yeah, what do you think I'm gonna say? Oh yeah, Binding.
All right. So we got a couple of community questions, just like 6 or something. They're all from Discord. All right. So start with Wolfel on Discord. Will ask, would you consider making mods for Repentance?
Oh no, I'm far too busy.
Yeah, it makes sense. Most people. I saw this Reddit post where someone said like, "What happened with Florian Himsl?"
Oh yeah. Oh, you probably wanted to know if we're gonna add mod support. Well, I don't know actually. I assume they'll have.
You
to
probably know about
eventually.
when, but I'm not gonna ask because it will probably, otherwise you will get bugged all the time on Twitter and stuff. So I will just leave it be.
I don't actually. I don't actually have a great interest in mods.
That's okay. I mean, you are the one responsible for the game. You don't have to. It's just.
I mean, I'm not
You're the
that
co-founder.
responsible
Let's be real
for
here.
Rebirth.
Your name is next to Edmund Macmillan.
Yeah.
Well, when you type in the Binding of Isaac, so you're in the credits. You're even a mini boss, bro.
Original, maybe.
You're a mini boss.
Yeah.
Feel pretty cool how you like have that bright,
don't even-
ultra bright as you and Edmund. Actually, I'm kind of curious.
Yeah.
The red hand trinket does that have anything to do with you two? Like the trinket? Why? Yeah, you know the trinket that drops when you kill the ultra bright boss.
Oh, that's Edmund's hand. The
Ah,
left hand.
interesting.
It's like, I guess he draws with his left hand.
See, I told you there were more people that were left-handed than us.
See. Yeah, I know. Well,
Alright, let's move on. Oily Spoily on Discord asks, what's your favorite thing about Repentance? You already asked this probably, right? It was the alternative paths.
I think.
Yeah.
Especially.
Oh, the mirror world, yeah. Okay. Max Fern on Discord asks, how long did it take you to make one item in Flash Isaac?
Not that long actually. I really blaze through them usually, but I guess there's some ones that are pretty hard. I don't remember which one was the hardest ones though.
It's pretty interesting because I can imagine that items might take you a bit of time depending on how how difficult they are to like and the mechanics and stuff.
I mean, there's many that are just like really easy to do, like
Breakfast.
just damage up or tears up. That just changed variable. Yeah, that one. I mean, yeah, I guess the health system itself is fairly complex.
Those are more like lazy items, right? Breakfast, lunch, that kind of stuff. Just like, oh, let's do the HP up. They're done. Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're hardly different items in my mind, yeah.
Alright, next question. Azazel on Discord, cool name by the way, asks, why did you make the flies in OG Isaac so fast? And he also asks, why the tears were labeled as arrows? Got an OG fan here.
Arrows? I don't remember them being labeled as arrows.
I mean,
wow.
Yeah, he
Shit, he
yeah.
cracked the code. Actually, the whole file for Isaac was called Tears.
Huh. What about the flies? Like,
I really don't remember them.
why are they so fast?
Arrows.
I mean, according to him, it's like, why did you make the flies so fast? I mean,
wait, I suddenly asked why did I make the game so fast? Shit.
I don't think so. There's something about infinite HP and Blue Baby, like free Devil Deal. I mean, if it was a bug or planned feature, but
I don't even know that feature.
It's been a long time for you, huh?
When I fly through that fast, that can't be right. There's much faster stuff.
Yeah, but this
now
is
in
about
Repentance.
OG Isaac, like the original game. So it might be different back then. Alright, then yeah.
I mean, I thought the flies weren't that fast.
I mean, maybe for him, maybe for that person it was just fast, but for you it isn't.
I might be
Who knows?
remembering it wrong. Who knows?
Then finally we have one more question from, oh no, actually two more questions. Also, Kiki asked, how would you describe the process of balancing difficulty with accessibility?
Well, I guess in that case, usually I would just listen to what Edmund said. So I guess it wasn't really very difficult.
It's nice to have a right hand. It's nice to
I
have someone. Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, I like how I like how we didn't bother putting a tutorial in, and then it worked anyway.
I mean, that's how a game should
good.
be. I feel like when Super Mario Bros. Came out, it didn't have a tutorial either. And it's one of the most. It's the most popular game of all time. You know Super Mario Bros, right? You don't know Super Mario Bros? You almost made a huge oopsie there.
Right. Yeah, no, it's your accent, okay. Yeah, I didn't have a tutorial. I guess it's really intuitive. That's the best way of doing it, I guess. But not everyone can be so lucky. I don't know if Isaac was as intuitive as Super Mario Bros, but I guess it was it already had a lot
True.
of visual language to build on from people.
Have you like ever watched
like
this video where it was explained how Super Mario Bros. 1-1 was made? Oh, you should definitely watch it because I think you're really interested in it. It shows you that every single block and every single like item and object has a meaning to it. Like this, it's meant like there's a meaning why it's placed there for the player.
Yeah, I think I keep hearing stuff like that where it's like, oh, this is the brilliant decision behind this thing in Mario Bros. So I guess I could probably go to the source and find all of it out. Huh?
These are professionals that made the most popular game of all time, so you probably could like get a bit of good stuff out of it, you know?
Yeah, it's just so weird because you're here like everyone's already discussed like the contents of that video, I assume, without me having seen it.
You don't have to be like on top with everything all the time, right? All right.
Well, I guess not. I never thought I didn't watch enough YouTube.
Well, now you have a reason why to check YouTube again. All right, final question. Tarluk asks, what do you think of the Eternal D6 and its inclusion in Anti-Birth Repentance?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I heard that the the Lost had that other dice that re-rolled the whole Holy Mantle, so it was almost useless. So I guess it's good that they've found a better thing to put in and also pay homage.
It's a trolling item in my opinion because it's like it's a D6, but like you get infinite times you can use it, but you like it removes the item. It can remove the item. It's kind of like Crooked Penny in a way.
Well, it actually has no downside because you don't have to use it, so you can just use it on an item that you wouldn't have been able to take, and then it's only got upsides. It's funny how I tried to balance the game by making it reroll to nothing, and I thought that was a really elegant solution. But
it's a risk and reward item. It belongs to Isaac. Yeah, it would have been great, but everyone was unhappy with it. The same way people are complaining now about Repentance being too hard. I wonder if they're gonna learn. I mean, it all has to do because of the fact that Afterbirth Plus and Afterbirth basically created an entire casual fan base because of how easy the game was. And so when Repentance comes out, those people were not like used to the fact that Isaac is so difficult. That it was so difficult. So they have to get used to it. But most people don't want to because they're lazy.
Well, I don't know if. Did you say Afterbirth and
Afterbirth and Afterbirth Plus? Those games were actually much easier than Rebirth was back in the day. At least I felt that it was easier because of the amount of OP items and like game breaks and stuff.
I mean, the game breaks maybe, but I don't know about the. I think people just got used to Isaac the same way they got used to Dark Souls, so it wasn't hard anymore. Then when we try to make it hard again, then I guess they have to get used to it.
I mean, a roguelike should be difficult. That's the reason why it's a roguelike. It's not meant to be easy. That's what that makes it so good.
I mean, I could probably deal with it being easy or hard. I guess I don't really care too much. I guess I'll just stick to the normal path, and then I'll just have a casual run every once in a while.
Well, I think that's everything. I'm kind of surprised that we managed to do all these questions, and it was fun as well. So
how long was it?
This was actually my first interview, and like I never done this before. I think I did a great job. I'm actually pretty proud of myself. Anyway, I want to thank you for being on the series, Florian. It was an honor to interview you, and I wish you the best of luck on your game development and YouTube career. And you know where to find me if you ever want to have someone to play your game on the channel and help to.
Yeah, I was actually wondering if we should do that because I have like a guy who was gonna play it, but then he had personal business, and then it's great. Too bad. Now Repentance out, and I guess I don't want to play it because I'll suck. Yeah. You know. I mean, I do like to play it. I don't want to be the one.
I saw your streams. It's just it's unfortunate that you got so less views because You are pretty entertaining because I watched a bit of it. Yeah, don't be so negative about yourself, man.
Well, feel free to join the stream whenever you want. I got an open
Yeah, I mean,
Discord there.
go ahead. Tell people what they need to do. Like, tell them to subscribe to your channel. Now it's your time to shine. Go ahead.
Yeah, check out Games Good on YouTube. Everybody.
All right. Thank you so much for being here,
Right.
Florian. We'll talk soon. All right. Have a nice day, man.
right.
And
Goodbye,
for you
everyone.
guys, thank you so much for checking out the first episode of this interview. Tomorrow will be Ridiculon, and it was great doing this, and hopefully you guys liked it as well. Anyway, this was BroskiPlays. Thank you for watching. It was BroskiPlays. Stay broski.